Standard somac server has attendance model, but this model is too strict and very complicated. I want to show you another version of somac, which is named punch and pay or flexible. This is the software that must be just unpacked. For convenience, I put it in the same folder where the somac server installed and start it. So, okay, we must activate attendance model. For that is Tools, Advanced Configuration, Model, Attendance, and after restart, the model will appear. And the attendance model looks like this, only sign-in records and reports. Okay, now we must configure terminals. I have 2 terminals pre-installed. I will show you with the somac search software. Okay, so my network is configured to ping these addresses. And actually, these terminals already pre-configured. Terminal ID must be unique on every terminal, and the software IP is the IP address of the PC where the somac is installed. One I will choose from the somac search, 67 alter, and the second one I will configure over the web browser. Okay, I put the server address on the 67 ID, and after restart, the reader must, the controller must connect to the software. You heard the beeps, and controller went online, and now the controller has connected to the server. Okay, 67, and I will now configure the 66 over the web and show you some tricks. Default password is admin, so I am already in the web browser of somac controller. I go to the terminals tab, and I can also set, I must also set the IP address of the server in this terminal configuration, and terminal ID must be unique, it's 66, and very important option that the external reader in or out shows that the internal reader will be the direction that is opposite of it. If we have external reader set to in, the controller itself will read logs as out. Okay, now I will save. After the restart, the second controller will appear in here. For now, I will change the name of controller. I will set some settings for time attendance. Terminal 67 is used as in reader. I will set the name in, and soon controller will restart and appear also in somac software. Also set that is used for the attendance, and I will set the name as out. Very important that the controller clock setup would be correct, because when card is red or finger is red, then we will see later in the report that the reading time is transmitted from the controller, and the log arrival time and reading time and date are 2 different positions. Okay, now let me see some settings of the terminal. I see that users already exist on one of the terminals. And let me see the another terminal, and I will just format the users if they exist. No, user list does not exist. So 66 has some user list. And now I will check that somac server has empty user list, and I can now just download user list from the controllers. As one of two terminals is without users, I can leave 2 ticks. But let me try to download only 77, amount 0, download 66, amount 4. Okay, so we have 4 users in the controller, and now I will sync another controller. For that I just selected left click mouse and Ctrl A to select all, and now I upload all 2 terminals. I used to upload the same data to all terminals, and now we will see that both terminals have same user list. Okay, we will now continue setup. I want to show the entry log report. I marked all ticks, demarked all ticks, and I see that if no filters applied, there is still no logs. Now I will just present the cards. I have 4 cards. I'll present 2 of them, and I see the logs, and you see the date and time that arrived actually on this date and time. They just copy these fields from here into the somac server. Now for the attendance I will present another card to out direction, and let me see what attendance will show us. In the reports settings, I first must specify the log direction by default is like a function key. Function key exists not on all terminals, only on some terminals, and I will use the card reader. And time of swipes. This means that the attendance module can read only 4 directions, 4 in and 4 out. Maximum is 8. And if you have more swipes, then you can use up to 24, and that's hard-coded. You cannot do any further. Okay, now when I selected the settings, now let me see 2 users that I had. These were 3 and 4, and see the report. Okay, 2 users. User number 3 signed in and signed out, and we see that the total hour is less than a minute, but actually he has entered and out. And if we see we look for another user, then we see that there is missing information. Let me present the out for the another reader and process the information again, and now you see that it started to count. Now if you want to use this information, the export button works only if you have this version of Excel installed. If you don't have this Excel installed, then the model will not generate any file. Let me try to generate the test file on the desktop. and you see that it did not generate anything. But there is one trick. If you have, for example, LibreOffice or some application, you can open the somac attendance report and just left click the button, select Ctrl A, Ctrl C to copy, and then just paste into this field. Paste. Now you see the same information as in somac attendance report, and you just save it as and sample attendance report user 4. Save. And now you have the file that you can distribute. That's it.